Hi everyone, it's Jaime from the LineZero team. And this month, I've had a couple of interesting conversations with folks relative to the metaverse, specifically not necessarily getting challenged, but getting questioned over, is this going to be a thing? Is this a real, tangible item for businesses? How is this going to come into reality? And specifically, there are some thoughts around, this is never going to work because of X, Y, Z. And I do think there are a couple of items that are currently barriers to the metaverse that I expect will be solved in the next year or two. And we can kind of point to past examples of that being the case. So the first item that pops up, I see often around, why the metaverse might not be as successful as it potentially could be, is around the glasses. And I think everyone's really seen those big bulky glasses like the Quest, Oculus devices. If you've ever worn one, they're actually a little bit bulky. They're very heavy and they're uncomfortable to wear for long periods of time. And I can absolutely see those as being a barrier. Like you cannot have that as a productivity device and be asked to wear that for even longer than 30 minutes or 60 minutes. It becomes, creates neck pain. It's just not there. Now, at the same time, when we look at, how the technology industry tackles this challenge in other types of scenarios, we've got tons of examples of, let's say, miniaturization that occurs as we understand how the components work, how the things get put together. The people figure out ways to either make the items smaller or lighter or both. And I think what's going to happen when these devices become smaller and lighter, and there's an element of ergonomics that's applied to it so that they actually become, let's say, as comfortable to wear as sunglasses. And I don't think that's we've already seen many companies that have sunglasses or augmented reality sunglasses or glasses that are functioning and working. And so the idea that we can get full VR glasses to be at that same form factor, to be at that same comfort level, to me is not a stretch. That's only a matter of time as the manufacturing capabilities of technology catches up to be able to allow for that. So I actually don't think that's a barrier. That's a barrier now, perhaps for mass adoption, but it won't be a barrier in 12 months, let's say, or 18 months. The second one that popped up was the avatars. And I always think it's interesting, how the cartoony look, and there are some people that actually think that that's a good thing because you can kind of create your avatar however you like. So if you want to show up to a meeting either dressed in specific clothes or even to have a specific appearance, you can do that. You have control over that. Other people actually want to show up as themselves, as near to real as themselves, perhaps in a 3D fashion. And right now, we have the avatars mainly because we really only have the glasses. We have no ability to take pictures of ourselves and kind of superimpose real life pictures into a meeting or a metaverse scenario. What we're seeing, so like, for example, companies like Meta, I think it's quite interesting. They've got the Oculus and the Quest devices, obviously, that are your means to interact with three-dimensional or metaverse topics or metaverse items. They've also just are releasing portal devices, and they've had these for a while. They operate very similar to Alexa and other devices, or Echo devices, that have the cameras and screen on them. But what's unique about the portal devices is they've got cameras. They've spent a lot of money actually working on the camera technology that offers tracking and other things, and other people have followed suit with some of the technology. But what I expect is going to happen is that in the near future, Quest devices, goggles, Oculus devices are going to come paired with some form of a camera. Think of the Xbox 360 and their camera device that used to exist, actually still exists, to allow you to show up in, let's say, dancing games, etc. That type of technology is going to be mirrored with a three-dimensional glasses so that you're able to actually show up exactly how you are in a meeting for them to be taking, show up, you have your avatar have the same hairstyle. If you didn't shave today, those types of things, you'll have the choice whether you want to show up like that or whether you want to have, let's say, an avatar or take a picture of yourself with that camera in kind of your ideal state. So you never need to, let's say, shave. I'm not going to say that's a great example, but let's say you never want to shave again. Your avatar could still show up if that camera's taken the initial image, that snapshot of you. You could always appear in kind of that normal state that you'd want to, without having to worry about being surprised for a meeting or not having shaved that day, etc. So a couple of these types of things, while right now are barriers, I actually think in some instances will become advantages to meetings in the metaverse that you just don't have the ability to take advantage of currently with traditional, Zoom meetings or even in-person meetings. So those are just a couple of thoughts. I do think, my thinking is still the same in that I think this is going to be a very impactful technology, disruptive technology. We don't yet see all of the implications or impact it's going to have across the board, but I do think that a lot of these challenges that are cropping up now will be solved in the near term, and then we can get into real rich use case development and see how it's actually going to kind of unfold. So until next time, we'll have a conversation next month. And if you do have any questions as normal, please feel free to reach out. We'll love to have a conversation at engage@linezero.com. Thanks.